Welcome everybody to the Bunch of Goofs podcast. Here's our host, Agent Faja Gamer, and his co-hosts, Audacia and Hey I'm Chef. And together they are the Bunch of Goofs.
Well, hey there, everybody. I just wanted to remind y'all that Bunch of Goofs is recorded in front of a live audience during a live cast on Twitch.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Bunch of Goofs podcast. We're doing a episode 1. This is a brand new fresh start with my buddy Chef and my buddy Oda. Thank you all so much for being here, and he's just being fucking creepy. You can't hear them. Okay, give me 1 second, because it should be... Because I can hear you guys, which is weird. Oh, it's because that. God damn it. Why you gotta be a bitch like that?
Because you called it a bitch?
Whatever, there.
Focus.
I fixed it. I should have fixed it.
Why are you not refocusing?
Because your camera sucks!
It does suck.
Yep, and now I can hear it on stream now.
It did change some of the settings. For some reason, channel 1 and channel 2 were shut off for the desktop audio. Which is... Fuck you, OBS. Don't fuck with me like that. Oh, and it was actually regular OBS that did that. But it might have been me that changed it. So, fuck you to myself. Whatever.
This might get a little entertaining.
Oh, really?
My internet keeps going...
But you're here, right? I mean, you're still here.
Yeah.
We still see you. Chaos time. Oh, God. I appreciate
No, it's just
that.
every now and then you start a story and then you start talking again, and it's like the time missing.
No, I wish I could help you with that.
Not much you can do. Welcome to the chaos. Let's go.
Right?
Welcome to the chaos.
That is the chaos of ADHD podcast, where we just talk about whatever. Because that's what we do. We talk about whatever.
Speaking of talking about whatever, I have something real quick for you guys.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
What do you call a dinosaur that takes really good care of its teeth?
What?
A flossiraptor.
A velociraptor?
Oh, physical pain. Oh.
Oh my God. Hey, come on. It's dad jokes. We're here for dad jokes. You can't laugh at a good dad joke? Well, come on. Come on.
I mean, I found it funny, and that's all that really matters to me. Fuck all of you.
Now then. So, I do want to talk
You done
about...
messing with the settings.
Yes, I'm done messing with settings. We should be good to go. At least, I hope so. Dad jokes go hard, right? Dad jokes for the fucking win. Now, of course, with this being, fresh new start, this being new season, and this being episode 0, because I considered everything else beforehand episode 0s. So this is episode 1, not episode 0. Words are hard. Shut up. I'm gonna get my coffee.
Yes, words are hard. That's why we spend our entire life learning them.
Mm-hmm.
Or in some cases, not.
What are numbers, anyways? Magnets, how do they fucking work? Right? Dad jokes for the win.
Sad. Too much of a science brain. Shut up, Joe.
We know how magnets work. It's just part of a stupid meme from Insane Clown Posse.
God, fucking icy.
Right?
Anyway, you sounded like you're getting ready to start saying something about episode 1.
Yeah, so...
And then it just kind of...
Oh, shit. Why the hell did that happen? Stop it. Don't do that.
It's because you clicked off of Discord.
I clicked off your face. I like turtles.
You can't click off of Discord.
Either way, but yeah, so this being episode 1 of our Bunch of Goofs podcast with now, our solidified crew of Chef and Oda, we are going to be editing and posting this as an edited podcast both on YouTube and Spotify. Do you have something?
I got solidified.
You cheesy ass son of a bitch.
That's what I do.
All right, so let's start this off by talking about something that actually was really fucking.
Hey, I'm gonna restart Discord real quick.
All right. Let's let you do that, and then let me know. We'll start this when you get back. All right, we'll get rolling on it. Let's see. How do you know his ass is cheesy? Well, here's the thing. Did you know that the same mold that is found in your asshole is the same type of mold that is used to make cheddar? Yeah.
Eh.
And when you really think about it, when you really think about it, what is cheese? Other than, as my friend Technical Motorsports puts it as, a loaf of milk. And yes, there's mold in everybody's bunghole because as much as we don't want to consider it, the human body is a living ecosystem. And there's stuff. Osmosis Jones had it kind of right.
Mine's a dying ecosystem.
Oh, good God.
The rainforest is dying.
The rainforest is never dying!
Thing 16 just redeemed silly voice.
For the sake of the silly voice! And I do appreciate you, Adam, for doing that. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Play works now.
What? Did it work? Are you good?
So far.
He broke it.
He broke it.
He broke it.
Why did you break it?
Because it insulted me, so I grabbed something heavy and threw.
It assaulted you or insulted?
Insulted.
Insulted
So
you?
If it assaulted you, you just gotta be watching out for the peppering.
Dude, if it assaulted me, I'd be sitting on it.
You know, one of these streams, I want to see you sitting on the cat tower behind you.
That would not go well.
No,
It'd be funny
that was... You go give me $200 to replace the damn thing?
No, I don't have $200 to replace shit.
Well, the donut's going to do something that's going to break a $200 piece of equipment.
First off, intrusive thoughts always win.
No, intrusive thoughts should be kept inside.
When
It's
have
stored
I
away
ever
for when
been-
people earn it.
When have I ever been able to do that?
He
I
makes.
don't know. I don't spend that much time with you.
He doesn't have any innies. He only has outies.
Well,
You've played enough D and Dummies with me to know that intrusive thoughts always win.
Like, you know, like, let's go toss that fucker off a cliff.
Adam Thing
Or
16 just
fireball.
redeemed fit
Oh.
check.
I'm actually wearing my favorite shirt, which is my All Might shirt. And pajamas.
I'm wearing a SeaWorld Hollow Scream shirt.
Because you went to SeaWorld?
Because I went to Hollow Scream every year since they started it.
Ah. And yes, All Might is pretty much one of my favorite characters. Honestly, for a long time, my phone, the ringtone was literally All Might's ringtone from the English dub, you know. A phone call is here! A phone call is here!
okay then.
How many pairs
What,
of
you
plaid
never
PJs do you have? I have about 4 pairs now because I got them for Christmas.
Jaisu Fate just
you never
redeemed
had
I
it
promo
suppose was
shout-out.
saving up.
Oh,
Apparently.
I need to spend these points. I have like 20k. Well, as a promo
Aw,
shout out
20K,
to my
that's
friend
so
Geisophage, please do check them out. Geisophage, who is on both TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch, doing a lot of amazing content based around bunch of fun things like Digimon, D&D, and the like. And he will be releasing a set of videos talking about his Digimon D&D based module very, very soon, as well as also he's currently working on a game known as Aether Chromatica. That is him and him alone developing it. Definitely a lot of things that you should check out. Awesome person and somebody that I consistently shout out in my videos on YouTube.
Hey guys, if age tomorrow, I'm gonna try your what you sent me.
Were you about to say his toy?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh
I thought better of it
my.
with you people.
And you knew.
Well, I'm glad I said a VR game where it really make you guys think.
Hey, as long as it doesn't have a hug suit, I think you're fine.
There's something I've never understood and never know. Thank you.
You don't want to know about.
Oh no, I know about it, but it's the same reason why I don't think I'd ever do a full body cosplay as a superhero. I sweat when I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. What's going to happen if I'm wearing a full body suit?
I get you. What were you about to say, Chef?
You brought up something that kind of made me wonder. You said you had the All Might ringtone from the English dub.
Mm-hmm.
And Oda's just like, oh, okay. What, you mean to tell me you've never had any, like, fun ringtones for your cell phones?
No, actually, it was more of a... My Hero Academia is one of those shows that by the time it came out, I was kind of done with the high school age thing for animes.
Okay, I get it.
No, I was actually jealous because I actually lost an app I was using that had all of the different sound bites from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and it also had the battle music from Final Fantasy VII as my ringtone. And my one friend who worked with me kept calling me just to hear the battle music during work.
Nice.
So, my current theme on my note right now is when somebody calls me, it displays the old school Generation 1 style. I mean, granted, they have a bunch of the new Pokemon and stuff like that, but it comes across the screen like the old battles. And then when you answer it, their Pokemon's up here, yours is down here, and to answer is fight, to end the call is run, and it's got all this shit. So of course, what do I have to download as my ringtone, even though my phone's on vibrate 98% of the time? My fucking ringtone is the old school Gen 1 battle music for Pokemon. Yep.
Dude, that's awesome. Let's see.
All fan bases are scary.
Yeah, Loki, you're not wrong. Fan bases are scary, but this is also why I always tell people when it comes down to things that you enjoy, never subscribe to the fandom because the fandom is bullshit. Subscribe to what you enjoy and stick to that.
Yeah, I actually find it funny. I've seen those, not gonna get too deep into this. I know how you feel about Faja, but a lot of those versus battles, I watch them because I like the lore dump it gives you.
And that's the fun part of it.
And I'm sitting here going, they're doing, they actually did the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars versus the USS Defiant from Star Trek.
Oh!
That's just not a fair fight.
No.
Yeah, no!
Those are two completely different classes.
That's a modified civilian freighter, and basically what happened when the Federation went, what happens when we want to kill something?
That's just a bad... Why would you do that?
They were the two smallest hero ships.
I guess, yeah, that's right. They'd be the two of the same class size, but when it came to the weaponry and their abilities...
No, they are not. No, the Millennium Falcon is as long as the Defiant is tall.
Okay, so it's... Damn! That's just not a fair... That's not a fair battle. There's nothing fair about that.
That's kind of like there was an Animal versus show that I used to watch back in the day. I can't remember what it's called, but they did a hippo versus a bull shark.
What?
Yeah, and they're like, the hippo wins because of this, and this, and they showed this simulated battle, and the only thing that the bull shark could attack was its tail. It's like, cause it's a fucking hippo.
That's not even fair.
It isn't big enough.
Those things take out boats.
Hippos are more dangerous than crocodiles.
Yeah, they're the number one leading.
Yeah, they have the highest kill-death ratio of all animals to date.
Yeah, because they don't hunt you for food. They hunt you because they hate you.
Yes.
Because you're in their territory, and they don't like things in their territory. Minus an elephant. I mean, yeah, an elephant. Yeah, especially if an elephant is in musk, you're fucked.
Yeah, but
if it's a teenage male, the equivalent of our teenage male, an adolescent. There's the word. an adolescent bull male is just psychotic.
Yes,
Yeah,
because they're
but
horny as fuck.
If they also get in the water, though, the hippos got advantage.
I was talking about elephants, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, I was talking about elephants that they're horny as fuck at that stage in their life.
Uh-huh.
And yes,
hippos cannot swim.
they bounce.
They run on the bottom.
It's
They run on the
adorable.
bottom and then, I need a breath. Run, 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 run. I need a breath. Run, 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 run. I need a breath.
It's adorable and scary at the same time because you got to think about the amount of muscle in that particular creature to be able to do that.
Well, they're actually pretty close to neutrally buoyant because of all that fat.
I guess.
Not really.
No, they're more muscle than fat, aren't they?
They run on the bottom. They can't swim. They literally run.
No, I'm just saying that it doesn't take much energy to go up in the water. They sink, but they're not a rock.
They're pretty damn close.
They're heavy as shit, dude.
They have to jump out of the water to get a breath. If they're chasing something,
Right.
they have to jump. They don't just go boing.
Which actually makes them scarier because now they come up from below.
Yes, with their jaws usually. Rah!
Uh-oh. It's literally Jaws, but with hippos.
Yeah. And what's up, Yuki? Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate everybody being here for what I consider the first episode of our Bunch of Goofs podcast.
And dear, I was more talking about the fact that they look round. And
I mean, the
I'm still waiting for a hand to come flying in from the side. Just what?
Please don't give her ideas.
We didn't need to give her this idea. She already had it in her head. We're just helping it come to the surface.
Now, they need to make an Anaconda budget movie, but instead of anacondas, it needs to be hippos. Like, I know there's a bunch of B-list movies like that, B and C list.
Yeah, but it'd be awesome to see an actually well-funded horror movie with hippo rampage.
It'd be like the difference between Willy's Wonderland and Five Nights at Freddy's.
It would be it's Cocaine Bear, only it's Cocaine Hippo.
I just thought of a really funny robot that would just be like, Africa wants you dead. A giant robo-hippo that shoots mechanical crocodiles out of its mouth.
Okay, this isn't Armed and Dangerous, okay? Jesus.
It's okay. He started talking about a robot in Africa, and the only thing that went to my head is fucking Jim Carrey getting birthed by a rhino.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that scene. That fucking scene.
Oh, God.
That had to have sucked to film.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if
Honey, dearest,
she's
in the dinner.
she's on you. She's on your case. You bet. She's gonna get that act right stick with you.
She's on to you. Quick, go hide the drugs.
It's like, wait, there are no drugs. You
No.
did all the drugs?
I think
Okay,
drugs
okay,
be
Peanut.
normal.
Okay, Peanut.
Hey, I love Jeff Dunham, okay?
Yeah, he was really fun to see live.
I've never gotten to seen him
I'll
live.
hate
I'm
you.
jealous.
I was like 14 rows up from the side of the stage.
You still got to see him live.
I know. It was awesome.
Yeah. You know what?
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna be very, very happy for you and jealous, of course. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to get you in trouble, Oda. We didn't mean to. It just kind of happened.
Did she make you put out your hands? Did she make you put out your hands?
Nope, she's got the stick. She's got the stick.
Oh yeah, I saw when he held it up.
Thanks.
She's just measuring how far she has to beat him.
Right? She's like, all right, this is how far I have to be, so I can sit down right here and whack.
This is optimal smacking distance.
Actually, our chairs are already in optimal smacking distance.
Oh, good God.
And it's actually so that we can hold hands. Simply put.
That's adorable. That's sickeningly adorable.
Like, the whole reason I have the setup I have, and I have a laptop as powerful as I do, is because me spending
So you're
time in the
allowed to?
bedroom playing video games was literally meant that we couldn't spend time together because she was downstairs, I was upstairs in our old house's office. So I got this holder for my laptop. I got this laptop up and as powerful enough to play games,
Mm-hmm.
so that way I can sit down in the living room with her and game.
Okay.
Fun. I mean, makes sense, but my comment still stands.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're a poopy butthole. So there.
You're Mr. Poopy Butthole.
No, he's
Yeah,
not a poopy
guys!
butthole, remember? He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't do shit, remember?
I
How
don't
can he
do
be a
shit.
poopy butthole if he doesn't do shit?
That's true. Mr. Poopy Butthole did a lot of stuff. Like lose my wife!
Mr. Poopy Butthole is right there along the same lines as fucking Mr. Hanky.
Oh god.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
Oh god. I remember the first
Bitch.
Christmas episode of South Park when they first showed him. I was so confused but laughing so hard.
So,
Exactly.
so I kind of gotta flex a little bit. Guy Safage says 4 monitors plus a laptop. Should I flex?
Flex. Flex it, baby.
Sure. Hey, if Faja needs to use the restroom, this would probably be a great time for you to walk away, because he's going to take a while flexing.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
my.
It's not gonna take very long. But just right here, I have 4 monitors. I've got a 5th one that I still have to get the cable for. A 6th one that I still have to get the cable for, so that way I can use it while I'm using the sewing machine while I'm doing my cosplay stuff. Then, if I get out the way, I got another PC, and then 3 monitors, and then I have my laptop. Now that doesn't include the 2 tablets and the extra phone that I have. Oh yeah, and the Echo Show.
Johnny Mnemonic, everybody.
I mean,
Oh,
eventually,
he's a dolphin with a satellite dish in his head?
I do want to do the 4 monitors and then a second row of 4 monitors, but you know.
And here I thought I was being extra because I was actually thinking of getting that monitor that can attach to your laptop to give you a second monitor.
Nah.
Those things are fun.
It's just a good idea to have a second monitor in general if you can. Let's see, the laptop is for work. The PC is under more than 3 monitors. More than 3 monitors is just excessive. But
Hi,
X-
I'm Chev.
he is excessive. In the best way possible.
And truthfully, the monitor right here in front of me, like under the camera, isn't hooked up to the computer. It is, but it isn't. It is by transitive property. So
Wait,
it's
what?
hooked up. It's hooked up to the capture card, which is hooked up to the Xbox, which is then hooked up to the PC. So that way I can stream if I want to. So it's hooked up in transitive property.
That seems like a very... Like... It's direct, but indirecting a daisy chain. What the fuck, dude?
I'm a console streamer. I don't stream off my PC.
Okay, alright, I see. Right, you use your Xbox,
So
I'm guessing.
I have Yes, and I have an external capture card.
Okay. An internal capture card? Yes. In my opinion, internal capture cards work extremely well if you need it for the sake of that that synchronization, because there is less need to adjust for potential off for the footage and audio when you're doing that, which is not always the case. If you have a good external capture card, or at least a decent one, that's not something you always need to worry about. But it's also something that you kind of need to worry about.
Yeah, I've got the Elgato HD60S.
That's the one that came out. That's the newer one, not the older version,
No.
right?
No, that's the older version.
You got the
I'm
older
not
version.
gonna
It doesn't-
lie. I got 10 plus Final Fantasies to get through before I need to start worrying about capture cards.
Yes. But,
I might die before I need a capture card.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about streaming on PC, though. You don't need a capture card.
No, 12 that I own 12 on my Switch.
And a wife. Yes, you are right.
Yes. If you wanted to stream from your Switch, you do need a capture card.
Let's see, and that's what I had. There was always a slight lag. Didn't stop me from using it, but it irked me. And I totally get it.
There's settings in OBS that you can change that.
Yes, there are ways to actually fix that.
But yeah, no.
Who hasn't played Final Fantasy?
I think we, Guy's Face might have misheard because we've all played Final Fantasy. I'll tell you that.
I've played the early versions. I haven't played anything past the PlayStation 1. It's just not my type of game.
Let's see. I tried for so long, and Google keeps telling me to go internal. All right, Guys of Age, I get that. And honestly, yeah, I highly recommend going internal if that is something that is hard for you to dial in.
Yeah, a lot of it depends upon your camera, though, too. But yeah, anyway, what were you saying about Final Fantasy, Yoda?
Oh, I was gonna say, I actually have like the first 3 Final Fantasies. I've never played them.
Really? So you started at 4?
Nintendo.
Well,
I started with 7.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I was just trying to get it, handle. You started at 4, right?
No, I started at 7. I went back and played a little bit of 4 and a little bit of 6, but I never really beat them.
Okay.
Because they had that anthology that came out for the PlayStation.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't really beat them, so I want to actually try to beat them in order for a full playthrough that I want to stream, because I think this is going to be funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like me. I just got done installing Skyrim for the 17th time on my Xbox.
Oh, good God.
Because I still have never beat the story of Skyrim.
Really?
Yeah, I get ADD.
I mean, I will be honest. If you've done like all of the other side quest stuff and everything else other than the main quest, you're gonna be kind of disappointed in the main quest.
No. I kind of so the furthest I got in the main quest was oh shit. What was it? I got to the part where you have to sneak into the party and somebody else brings you your gear.
Oh, okay.
You find your gear. Problem was I was playing a Khajiit thief archer who snuck around everywhere. And that was before I realized that the enemy scaled to your highest ability, which for me was sneak, and it was not archery.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I got stuck in a save loop.
I
couldn't go back because I was past the point where you're allowed to go back, and it saved after I got into that area.
Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. So pissed.
And just to answer some of the comments here, Fenwit, Call of Duty Zombies. Interesting game. I actually did play some of it, but last Call of Duty that I even considered playing seriously was War of Worlds. After that, every other Call of Duty, I just checked it out.
World at War.
World at War, sorry. War of Worlds is a movie.
And a radio program. That the world thought was real. It was funny.
It was hilarious that it actually was able to do that at that time. Either way, yeah. So I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty games in general. Y'all know my stance on it when it comes down to it. And I do hope you are enjoying yourself with it. But if you like zombie games, you should try out Left 4 Dead. It's an older game, but it's still fucking awesome.
It is still amazing.
Especially if you like swarm zombie style games. And as for you can essay when it comes to Death Stranding. So that is a game that I've tried out, but I got bored of it because of the long amount of walking and the emptiness in between. But I do want to give it a second chance to actually check out the story because the trailers for Death Stranding 2 look fucking amazing.
Guys of Age, that's not exactly super limiting because back when I was playing Call of Duty, I only played the Infinity War games. So I only played Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Then once they started introduce Sledgehammer, that's when I switched over with Ghosts, and then I started playing all of them. But if you like a game developer, you like a game developer.
Yeah.
And then they completely shit the bed, and you don't like them anymore.
Correct, but at the same time, I do like the zombies still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, one of my favorite content creators has literally had so much crap come out of the company, I can no longer in good conscience play the games.
Yeah.
My wife and I used to both play World of Warcraft
Yeah.
for like 3 years, every day, together.
I mean, I was an Overwatch streamer, so.
Yeah, I was one too, as well as StarCraft, as well as Warcraft.
Like, I started with Warcraft 3 and then started playing World of Warcraft.
Right on.
And then it got boring, and you can just tell the quality went to crap. And Bethesda did the same thing to me.
Yeah, see, Bethesda and I have a weird relationship, so I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching Bethesda games played. Aside from Starfield, I find Starfield boring as shit.
Yes.
But,
I'll let you
like
finish.
Skyrim, Fallout, especially the Fallout games, I love watching them be played. They are way too fucking tedious for me to spend any amount of time playing them. But that being said, like, I've never finished Skyrim. I played ESO for a long time, and then they wiped everybody's characters 3 times in the same year, and I'm just like, nope, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. My friend decided to stop playing because of that too.
So they kept changing the leveling system. So every time they would change the leveling system and how they distributed points for your skills and all that fun shit, they would wipe everybody's characters back to 0. So you would have to re-level with all of your points in a bank. You had to re-level and then redistribute your points after looking at the trees and figuring out what they fucked up. Yeah, and they did it 3 times in the same year. I was done after that.
You want to know that? Did you know? I'm sure you did know that ESO was actually not made by Bethesda. It was sponsored by, and there was part of the studio that worked on it. But overall, ESO was developed by a separate studio.
Yeah, I cannot remember the name off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
It hurt, like, I think the last MMO I actually played was Final Fantasy 14. I played that for a few months.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it just got to the they had a mechanic. They had a mechanic, and I had bad timing. I started playing. I got to max level a week before the first expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the max level, in order to get to the quests for the expansion, at that time, you had to go through all of the dungeons to complete the quests. The quests were tied to completing the dungeons.
Yeah.
And no one was running the dungeons because of the new content. So I literally could not get to the new content.
Okay, I see. Well, that would definitely make somebody not want to play.
That problem from what I heard, but it pissed me off so much. I just never been able to get back into it.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say my favorite MMO that I've ever played. Most people have never heard of.
What's that?
It's there's actually 2 of them.
Okay.
One is an old Korean game called Flyff or Flyff, FLYFF.
Fly for flying.
Super cartoony. Fly for fun.
Yeah, I know that game.
Yeah. So I was playing that, and then they released a browser version of it 2 years ago, or last year, 2 years ago. That took it back to the old school version, not the shitty version that they're still on now, where the original devs came back, turned it into a browser game, and it's an actual online browser MMO. And like the stats are back to what they used to be, the leveling's back to what it used to be. It was super fun, but at the time, like, I was streaming it for a bit, and I was one of like 4 people that were actually streaming, and I got decently big in it, but I just got bored because I have the same problem with MMOs that I have with every game. If I don't have anybody to play with,
you get bored.
I get bored. Yeah. The other one was an old game. It had pretty decent graphics for the time. It was called Rohan the Blood Feud.
I don't know that one.
And it was super cool. So all different types of races and classes and all that shit. Of course, I always played as the ones that were dragons.
Mhm.
Once you reach level 50, you could get a skill to turn yourself basically into a humanoid dragon.
Ooh.
And you did massive amounts of damage and shit like that. But they had this really, really awesome mechanic where like you're fighting monsters, and every 5th monster you fill in a bubble. And then at the end of that bubble, so like 25 monsters, you get so many times that monster's experience. So at every 25 monsters, you would get like, the experience times 2. And then the next time you filled it all the way up to 25, it'd be times 3, times 4, and then times 5 was the most.
Ooh.
And the reason I don't play MMOs anymore is because I started playing them continuously. I started playing them back when they had the mechanic of, it was like D&D.
Okay.
So when you level up, you can level up your strength, your dex, your constitution, stuff. You can level up individual stats. It didn't automatically level those stats for you.
Okay.
And then the other aspect that I hate in MMOs now is when you do a party system. WoW does it, and so does ESO.
Thank you.
And everything like that. If you're in a party, you have to individually accept the quests and then go and run your own quests, and your party doesn't count towards your quest that you're running. But back in the day, say I started a quest, I need to kill 15 monsters. I get a party of 4 people, we all are in the same area, we kill 15 monsters, congratulations, the quest is done.
For the entire party. For
There
everyone.
were quests designed to be they had quests designed for multiple people back then.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like, especially ESO, if you go look on ESO, if you go to play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, you can get in a party. Every person in that party has to accept that quest. Then you all go out and say, I kill 5 monsters and you kill 3 monsters. My kill counts at 5 and yours is
Thank you
3.
so much.
Yeah, I hate party systems the way they do them now.
Where it's individualized.
Yes, if you're in a party, it should all count together.
So apparently,
That's
according to
the point,
Geisafage, WoW and Final Fantasy XIV actually do that still.
See, WoW, when I was playing it last year, didn't do that.
They might have
I
changed.
will say that one game that's really weird, and it's like it was an MMO, but none of the quests were multiplayer. Eve.
Oh, fuck yeah. I know a little too much
And the
about
thing
Eve.
is, there were actually people, like somebody I know, who would go and kill you if you went into a low-sec area because the quest told you to.
I'm sorry, I was a
Because
space pirate,
they-
okay?
The thing is that if you're loaded out to play those missions, you didn't have the loadout to PvP.
Nope, no, you didn't. That's exactly what
So
we took
there were
advantage of.
people who specifically hunted questers in low sec. I figured.
What? That's the best way to teach new pirates.
Adam Feng 16
You know what's really
just
sad?
redeemed
When I
for
blew a
Xenoverse.
pirate up with my FMV.
No, that's fucking awesome. That's not sad. That's awesome. I mean, that's sad on
Yeah,
the pirates' part.
Well, they didn't realize that you could actually, because that souped up version of it they used to have had such a cargo bay for drones. I actually had one flight for the mission and one flight to beat people up with.
And that's one of my favorite
And
things.
they were not prepared.
Oh yeah, and that was one of my favorite things. That's why I was a Galente main in Eve.
Then I never played it.
Mm.
That when that was popular, that was the heyday of my COD days.
Yeah, Let's see, I haven't played since War. Okay, so you haven't played WoW since Warlord, and any of you guys ever tried Phantasy Star Universe? We'll talk about that.
Whatever.
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I apologize, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. I just want to help Adam, who just redeemed a Fajili advice, and you know, honestly, my number one piece of Fajili advice today is don't get hung up on all of these bullshit things that you can't control, because ultimately control is the biggest form of illusion that we have. Be ready to live, to experience, and to act whenever necessary, rather than be hung up on what is, what isn't, what should be, what could be, because none of those things ever will help you.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
There is one thing in this world you can control: how you react.
The only control you have is the control you have over yourself.
And it's actually surprising when you actually respond with kindness to those who deserve it, and not with kindness with those who want to push their luck. Your peace can be found.
In so many ways.
I feel attacked.
Oh,
Fuck
shush.
you guys.
Now, we're not talking about you. It's not always about you, Chef.
Oh, wait. I can't say everything's about me, because if I do that, then I'm a narcissist.
No, shut up. Don't be. We're not playing that game. That game doesn't exist here anymore because that's gone. Let's see. So, and when it comes to Phantasy Star Online, the last time I played Phantasy Star Online, honestly, was on the GameCube. I don't have much experience with that game. I'm sorry, Yuki.
I played it a little bit on the PlayStation 2.
I played the one that's currently on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And,
Helldivers 2 news.
oh, is there news?
Because you know I follow the game, because I'm as soon as I get $40, I'm getting it.
Okay, what is
I'm
it?
gonna play it on PC. Well, Starship Troopers is one of my favorite franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because you're doing your part.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently you can team kill in that game, and the big thing about Helldivers 2 is it's a constant ebb and flow.
Mm.
So it's a constant war map, where the bugs and the mechs are trying to take over, human controlled space.
Right.
So it's a constant thing, and the outcomes of the battles actually do matter in the ebb and flow of everything. So the one of apparently somebody decided to team kill his entire squad in the middle of one of these battles.
Oh, that I forgot his name, but they actually posted his
Gatson something or other.
Yeah.
So now there is a TikTok wide bounty out for this dude.
He fucked around and he found out.
Yes. So everybody is hunting him.
There's a real simple solution for that, buddy. Don't log into the game. Play something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or don't be a trolly piece of shit, because guess what? Gamers here are just not done. We're not taking that shit anymore. This is why I always say, disrespect your trolls. Because fuck them.
Yeah, then... Oh, fuck, what was the other news that I heard about Helldivers? I got caught up in the fucking shit about dude getting a bounty placed on his ass.
Which is hilarious.
Oh. So people... You know how people take games way too fucking seriously?
Oh, yeah. And in this day and age, people... I totally get... I mean, like, the fact of the matter is the fact that sending death threats is the regular for games you don't like or shit you don't like is... That says it all.
Yeah, so there is now a online posted code of conduct made by the higher ranking gamers who play Helldivers 2.
Oh.
And if you're into the ranked play and the high level play, you have to use these specific builds, otherwise you will be kicked. You have to play this specific squad, otherwise you will be kicked. You have to do this, and this, otherwise you will be kicked. all because people are like, man, I gotta be best at the game, and they're trying to police an online
Elitist
fucking game.
jerks.
Yeah, basically.
See, and that's what ruins a this is what that's what ruins a game, is that mentality of I have to be the best in a video game. It's supposed to be for you to enjoy it.
Well, it even says in this document, if you want to run your own shit and do your own thing, that is for you and your friends on your own time. If you're doing the high level ranking play, you have to follow by their code of conduct.
Screw it. That is my time, jerkweed.
I bought the game. If I bought the game, I'm gonna play it however the fuck I want.
Yep.
God, I know why this guy killed his whole team now.
Yeah, but
the code of conduct came out this week.
Yeah,
the dude killing his squad was last week.
But that code of conduct is still bullshit, in all honesty. The code of conduct should be limited to only, hey, don't be a dick, don't be racist, and if you're going to be that way, be ready for the consequences.
Limited to player interaction.
Exactly. Not gameplay.
Yeah, codes of conduct are how you act. Battle plans and rules of war is what that's supposed to be. And guess what? The only reason you should do that is if you have like a guild.
You ever play Hunt Showdown? I've heard of that, but I've personally never played it. I think I have a friend who's known as Peanut Butter Brother that plays it on stream.
Unfortunately, he would not enjoy Hunt the Showdown because he doesn't play PvP games.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of PvP games. The only PvP games that I still enjoy currently are Century Age of Ashes, and I might actually get back into Exoprimal.
Shadowrun. Poor Shadowrun.
Oh.
Shadowrun, the developers, they didn't shoot themselves in the foot. They literally put it up to their thighs and just kept shooting until the legs came off. Like, they actually had, from one edition to the next, they removed parts of the game, but left the text, copy and paste it from the previous edition. That was referring to the removed sections.
See, you got a ray gun on your first mystery box spin. Ooh. All right.
It's not bad if I want to make a physical mystery box to put in this room.
That'd be fucking actually hilarious. But I do hate to say it, I need to take a quick break because I got to go take a piss. So we are going to take a small break, and we will be right back, everybody. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll be right back. Words are hard.
Tinkle time.
All right, bear back myself. Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Caleb, or as you know me as Hey I'm Chef. I am a somewhat content creator. I've kind of taken a break on making the actual content and just doing stuff here with Alan or Asian Fasha Gamer. We have Monday, Bunch of Goofs, the livecast podcast that him, Oda, and myself do. And every other Friday we have the D&D podcast that we are putting together. So if you want to see this face on anything right now, it's with Alan's stuff, or you can follow me on all my socials at hey_I'm_chef. Until then, I will see you guys later. Have fun with the content. Peace.
Well, hey everybody. Did you know that Asian Fasha Gamer has a Patreon?
That's right, and Random Skull is here to help tell you about it.
And that's right, we're doing this announcement together.
And when you subscribe to Patreon, you get to see content early, and of course, make requests for content on YouTube, and even on Twitch and TikTok. It's all up to you!
And of course, if you want to support Asian Fasha Gamer, check out these links. And of course, there are also links in the link tree.
And remember, when you subscribe to Patreon, you can also leave a message saying that Random Skull is better than Mr. Announcer.
Now, was that even really necessary?
Quick, everybody, run for the hills.
All right, everybody. Hello. We are back from break. I hope everybody enjoyed that moment. and
Hold
had
on,
fun with the outtakes.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Oh, what the fuck were we talking about? I forgot. I had to go pee so badly, it kind of slipped my mind.
I don't even remember. Oh, we were talking about MMOs and shit.
That's true. All right.
Okay, yeah, let's sort of less. Yeah, like, bleh.
I mean, MMOs were a lot of fun, and honestly, there was a period in which I wanted to start streaming MMOs, but one, I can't play EVE anymore, nor can I play WoW anymore for 2 reasons. EVE is for one reason.
We went over the Eve.
Yeah.
The last bunch of goofs that I was part of.
Yes. That was
before MegaCon and then getting sick.
That was a fun part of my gaming career. But with WoW and things like that, I don't support Blizzard, so I don't play Blizzard games anymore. But the funny thing is, I did start off playing games like Overwatch and StarCraft, and yeah, I know,
hate
right?
the fact that StarCraft is considered a Blizzard game.
Right?
Like,
Yeah,
StarCraft is such a good game.
Yeah, StarCraft 2 was, I think, the last thing that somebody who gave a shit worked at that company did.
The thing that really irked me about StarCraft 3, because StarCraft 2 was a lot of. Oh, you're talking about Brood Wars, right? StarCraft 2 Brood Wars.
No. StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm,
Okay.
Legacy of the Void.
So Legacy of the
Exactly.
Void is the one that I hated the most. For one reason.
I like that one.
But the thing is, it's shat. And I mean like shat. Like straight up dysentery shat all over the lore. It destroyed the prophecy and it made it mean absolutely nothing.
I mean, you're talking to somebody who plays Halo, and what 343 did to fucking the Halo storyline is fucking horrible.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Straight up dysentery diarrhea shit all over the lore. It was that messy.
I liked it, but I guess I'm also weird.
No. There's nothing wrong with liking it. Remember, this is opinions.
So-
You are allowed to like it. I'm just saying,
Not
I
only
had the
that-
problem
not
with
only
it.
that, but the game itself was good.
Hmm.
It's just if you're a lore diver, it sucked.
Yeah. And I love gameplay. The gameplay mechanics were a lot of fun. It's just the fact that it took both with Halo and with oh god, brain fart.
StarCraft.
Both with Halo and with StarCraft. It was just the closer they got to the end, the more they just forgot the original premise of the
And?
lore. Yeah.
Halo's ever gonna end?
Let me put it this way. For me, Halo ended with Infinite because I did not finish the story.
Mhm.
I do not like what they did with Infinite. So
You don't want to be
Halo's done.
Spider Spartan?
I don't I don't like the gameplay. I don't like the open world aspect for it. Halo is start, finish. Blow everything the fuck up in the middle.
Yeah, you have a mission, a goal, and a path to get there.
Yeah, Halo Infinite is open world.
Ugh.
Yeah, Halo Infinite essentially combines Skyrim with first-person shooter Halo. Yeah,
Okay, it's called Fallout.
it got messy. It got really, really
Fallout's a
fucking
better
messy.
game.
I know, but yeah, it's a bad ripoff
Yeah.
of Fallout.
Let me put it this way. I am about this close just because I want to know how the story ended. I'm about this close to going on YouTube and finding a gameplay video of just the cutscenes.
I mean, you might need to do that just to see what the story is like, because the story is okay. Okay.
Yeah, I will say, my problem with Halo is actually the same problem I have with StarCraft, and that is after about a year or two, if you have a life, you can't PvP.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no.
Because I played Call of Duty. It was Halo Online once.
Which Halo?
I believe it was 3.
The best
And
one.
I have never had my mother insulted so many times by people whose balls have yet to drop while they were killing me than I did in that one match, including the people on my own team.
So Halo 3 is the best Halo of all time. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. It was the pinnacle of fucking trash talk. Halo 3 and Black Ops 2. The best trash talking lobbies fucking ever. Like, when I say I met friends by pissing them off in Halo, I started a multi-year friend group because I was playing Halo 3 online and we were playing we were playing snipers.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, everybody's trying to use these snipers at shotgun range. And nobody can fucking do it. Because this is before Call of Duty quickscoping.
Mm.
I'm using the pistol. My individual score was more than the enemy teams combined. Because I was using the pistol. And there was this one chick on the other team. Her name was Joanna. She was... Every time I kill her, because that was when they started doing the whole proxy chat when you kill people. Fucking, I kill her with a pistol. God damn it! This son of a bitch is using the fucking pistol! Will somebody fucking kill... And then it cuts out. 2 games later, I joined a different lobby, and she joins up, and she's on my team. I'm like, hey, Joe Panda, what's up? I was the motherfucker with the pistol 2 games ago. You son of a bitch, motherfucker! Like, just goes off on me. And we end up sending each other fucking friend requests and shit. And, yeah.
You actually had decent people. I was literally dealing with 12-year-olds. Not a single nice person.
I mean...
You were 12 at the time?
Yeah.
No, Halo 3, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I mean, honestly, the thing is, when it came down to it, I do agree with Chef, though. The Halo 3 era was the last era where people could talk shit and take shit when it came to gaming. Before it went to the whole, I'm gonna be super racist, I'm gonna just be vulgar, I'm gonna be stupid about it, I'm gonna dox you about dumb shit. That era came to be.
Oh, I will say, I had a really good comeback for when the little 12-year-olds were telling them how they were going to bang my mom.
Oh?
My mom's 5'1" and 300 pounds. You sure about that?
You mean the same one you give to us?
Yep.
I mean...
That's where it came from.
I was the guy in Black Ops 2 that was... You know, I was doing the racist jokes and everything in the lobbies, but my shit was funny. So, like, there was this one Mexican kid, and I know he's Mexican because he told me he was from Mexico.
Okay.
But for some reason, his mic, the way it came through, he sounded Indian. And this kid started it. He started it. Started talking a bunch of shit, calling my buddy and I, you know, all the racist terms for white people under the book, all this shit. So we spent the next 2 hours following this kid from lobby to lobby, calling him tech support.
Oh, God. See, that's the thing, though. Like, I'm not an advocate of just trolling. I am an advocate of matching energy. If they gave you shit, you have all right to go all shit on them.
What the best part was is like his deaths was equal to our kills.
So you were just going after him, weren't you?
No. Yes.
I don't know if Chef knows, but I know that Faja. LAN parties, Halo 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
We did.
That was the shit.
Oh, yeah. LAN parties is definitely where it's at. I wish we could go back to that shit.
Right? 2 Xboxes, 2 TVs, 8 friends getting pissed at each other.
2 Xboxes. Dude, when Halo 3 dropped for the midnight release, and Oda, I don't know if you ever did any of the midnight releases and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're old, so...
World of
Wow,
Warcraft,
dude!
Wrath of the Lich King, I was standing in line.
That's awesome. I forgot that they did...
With my wife, I might add, and buying her copy of it as well, and we did the same thing for Cataclysm.
I forgot that they did midnight releases for World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
Because, like, I think of World of Warcraft now, and it's all digital. You just download it off the client.
Right.
Whereas,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
it used to be discs.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you remember back in the day, all those computer games that are digital now were on a physical disc for your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, I will say really quick that you can go do your thing. When we were by, I can't remember which one it was, but the first guy that bought it came running by, and somebody just drove by while we were all in line waiting for the pre-release, and all you hear is "For the Horde!"
Fuck yeah.
Back when it was fun to do that stuff.
Right? Back when,
Right.
you know, there were actual gaming communities that didn't suck.
Yeah, so we had a group of 6 of us that went to the midnight release for Halo 3.
Okay.
We all got our copies, came back to my buddy Kieran's house. We all had our own Xbox 360s and TVs were brought.
Oh,
And that was in the era where flat screens still had the tube in them.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you could still get the screen burn.
I was playing on a 72-inch flat screen that was big enough that when you take the top off to move it, because you couldn't move the entire thing, you had to move the top, which held the projector and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom was where everything was with the bulb and all that shit.
Oh,
You-
okay, so that was
I could-
old.
I could get into this screen and stand up because of how big the fucking tube, like everything was. But I was playing on that. My buddy was playing on the actual like real flat screen that had just come out. I think that was the era of Plasma or right before Plasma, one of the two.
Probably when it started, when plasma was
Yeah.
extremely expensive.
Yeah. So he was playing on that, and all my other friends brought their fucking tube TVs from their bedrooms and shit. And we were maxing out my buddy's fucking router though.
Oh god, I bet.
Because we were all on Xbox Live, 6 Xboxes fucking playing on Xbox Live on different TVs. And we all partied up, had enough people to make a full fucking team, and then just ran the train on fucking Halo 3.
Nice.
Do you guys remember Ventrilo?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was just like one person had to pay for it.
Yeah, and then wasn't Ventrilo replaced by TeamSpeak?
It was, because TeamSpeak was free.
And
But
then
it wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't, because the servers were unstable.
They were unstable as shit.
I mean,
So
shit, there was
we
like...
actually just kept paying for Ventrilo.
Because honestly, I have never had a voice service ping me at almost 3K. Like, the fuck?
Like, oh Jesus. I mean, I've had League of Legends ping me at 3K.
Yeah, but that's a game.
Yeah.
TeamSpeak is just a voice op.
And then TeamSpeak got replaced by Skype.
Yes.
My wife just went, "Vector die!" Shit, that was back when she wasn't really into... World of Warcraft actually killed my wife's desire to play video games for years.
Oh,
I could imagine.
Because of a couple... And it was actually the people, not the game.
I was probably one of those people, to be honest.
No, it was a member of the guild who told her that she couldn't play her class right and she wasn't good enough.
Okay, I was never
wouldn't
one of
get
those
off it.
people.
Oh, yeah, we both... When she stopped playing, I left that guild.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, on the whole subject of internet and people being assholes and shit like that, I told you guys what happened or why I was no longer allowed to create custom games for my Call of Duty clan.
Mm-hmm. I remember you
Yeah.
talked about that in the Bunch of Goofs episode.
Yeah, fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes later with 243 backstabs and a 20 level reset for a backstab on gun game.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I didn't tell you about the game that I made called Nerf.
No, you did not.
Do you remember? I don't remember how much Black Ops 2 you played, but they had the Executioners, which, if you know anything about real life guns, that's the Taurus Judge. It's the revolver that can shoot 410 shotgun shells.
Oh. Okay.
They had those in the game. And I made one class for everybody to use. And it was 2 of those with silencers on them. And then I turned up everybody's health.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Like, yes, you're an asshole, but seriously.
It was called Nerf. When you shot them, they sounded like a Nerf gun, and then they did about as much damage. It was funny as fuck. I mean, if anything, so the reason why I made so many pistol-based games in Call of Duty, I was the first person on my friends list to have the diamond camo for my pistols.
Because you just use pistols all the time, pissing people off?
Yes. Remember, my kill-death ratio with the TAC 45 was 2.5, and I had 4,800 kills with it lifetime.
Because you're an asshole, oh yo.
I'm very good at run and gun.
You were the person that I got the explosives for.
No, I got really good at jumping over claymores. And then I also ran
I would actually, I've actually been the one, I would actually run towards you. You know, did they have the grenades that you could trigger but not throw?
Frag grenades? Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't have to throw them.
Yeah, you can hold them until you exploded.
Yeah, I chased people down with that.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I also forgot to tell you, I kind of started 2 trends in Modern Warfare 2. Like, the OG Modern Warfare 2.
And what were those?
Using a deagle in hardcore. I got pissed off one day, so I took out my deagle and started using it, just started shredding people, and kept doing it for a week, and then all of a sudden everybody started using it.
Because they realized that it was actually a good gun?
Especially in hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, I'm not exactly super happy about because it still continues to this day. Using RPGs in hardcore.
So you're the asshole.
And this is back in the day where Scavenger actually let you pick up RPG rounds.
So, you started that. Why aren't you proud of it? It's still here today. It persisted.
It persisted, but I am very often on the other side of that now.
And getting exploderated?
Yes, and then I get pissed off, and then I pull out my RPG, and then people realize why you don't give me an RPG or explosives.
Because exploderation.
I have a class that I make in every single Call of Duty called the Asshole class. It has been nerfed a little bit because Scavenger doesn't let you pick up explosives anymore.
I mean, you do realize that you just proved my point.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
So, the Asshole class is any assault rifle that you have, preferably for me the M4 because I will tear shit up.
Okay.
With an undermounted RPG or the grenade launcher. Then you run Scavenger so that way you can pick up the rounds. And then your secondary is an RPG.
Okay.
So you piss me off, you're just getting hit with every single explosive I can.
So you're literally the embodiment of the Demolition Man from T2.
Yes.
There were the 2 separate movies.
What?
Demolition Man was a movie, yes, but there was a character in T2 called Demolition.
We're talking about. I was talking about the game Team Fortress 2. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
You were talking about Terminator, weren't you?
Terminator 2, T2. I actually have very little experience with first-person shooters. Mm-hmm. One, I'm a little bit, just a couple years too old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, by the time good internet came out, I was old enough to drink.
Gotcha.
Right.
And also, and by that point, I didn't have that hoopfa to go and have fun with it.
Yes. We grow old. That's gonna happen, you know? It's like my grandpa always used to say. Growing up is the struggle to gain control of your bowels. Growing old is the struggle to keep control.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the reason why I don't play competitive games anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I remember my Halo 3 and Black Ops 2 days and stuff like that where, I mean, I was good enough to get invited to tournaments and shit. Nowadays, because of the advances in technology, these things don't run springs in the triggers anymore. They run magnets.
Mm-hmm.
So the delay is so much more. I can't compete with the kids nowadays.
Which is it's understandable. I mean, it's just how technology goes. It sucks. It sucks. Getting old sucks, but it's part of it.
Yo,
Because honestly, when it comes down to honestly, when my first foray into actual streaming, when I started 10 years ago, was, like I said, with two games, which StarCraft and Overwatch. And in all honesty, I got decent enough at Overwatch to the point where I was in gold and up, and it was fun. But I started noticing there being a actual, and I mean a noticeable drop in, the play of how I played and how well I used to play comparative to what
reactions.
Yeah, my reaction speed and all of that. Especially when it came to StarCraft, because StarCraft had this wonderful thing where it counted your APM.
Yeah.
And I hated that because that was it was a little bit of a confidence killer.
The only difference I will say with like shooters,
Appreciate the gift.
for that way, like, and I know again Oda doesn't have a lot of experience with shooters and stuff like that, especially with the whole aging process of it. But like back in the day, I was at the top of every lobby using a sidearm. And nowadays, like, I'll use a primary weapon and I can barely crack the middle. The only difference being Apex, and that's only because I no-lifed Apex for the first 12 seasons.
Right. And hey, what's up, my friend? We are live on Twitch at Agent Flash Gamer, same spelling as my TikTok tag, doing a livecast podcast known as A Bunch of Goofs with my buddy Oda and my buddy Chef. If you want to join in on the fun and the conversation, link is in the bio.
Right now, we're talking about getting old.
Oh, we're talking about getting old.
Also, that has to do with the fact that we have jobs and lives.
Yeah.
In all honesty, those games, I had games when I was younger. When I did, and it wasn't because I've gotten older, it's because I have other things to do, like I actually have to pay the bills now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I don't have the time to get the muscle memory down so darn well that literally there is no thinking of how do I move no, it's just I'm going over here and shooting him in the head and just going and doing it. And when you get that, when there's young people who don't have to worry about going to work and can put 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, all throughout the summer into this game, they're going to be awesome at the game because they've done it so much.
Oh yeah, I mean, case in point,
Hello.
who I went to school with. Who I went to school with, and that's a little bit of a name drop, but one of my friends in middle school and high school was Eric Rona.
Oh shit!
Anybody who follows Halo and now Apex professional players, that's Snipedown. He was sitting next to me in computer class our senior year because we were bored and we didn't have any other classes to take, and we had to take a stupid class to graduate. We were in computer science, introduction to computer sciences, I think it was. And he had to take off for the weekend to go to Vegas for the Halo National Championships, where his team won the entire tournament. He got 2 awards that came with money, and after the team took their split of the full winnings, he walked home with enough money to walk into a dealership and go, I need a car. Here's cash. Let me grab this brand new off-the-line Pontiac G6.
Money.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't give teenagers lots of cash.
I mean, and that's back then he could do it. I mean, granted, he's been a professional gamer since with 7th grade, I think, is when he started going pro in Halo.
Yeah, I mean,
he's dumped so much time into the game, but he is the exception.
Well, it's the only way, as I said, if your job is to play the games, then you have the time to keep up the muscle memory and to basically have it become instinct.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
I put so many hours in a car, I could no brain my entire drive to and from work and never get close to getting into an accident.
now, I mean, when it comes to that, even so, being like myself, being a full-time content creator who plays games, I just don't want to get that though. At this point in my life, as I grow up, I want to play games just to enjoy them. I'm not trying to sport myself out to them. So I'll just play the games that I can enjoy, rather than spend time trying to be the best, because I don't care.
Listen here, just because I still have the hope that I can go on an 80s montage talking about, be the best.
Around.
Yep, exactly. In Apex, if I come back to streaming, I am torn between Apex only.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in the top 5% of Apex streamers. After not streaming for 6 months. I'm torn between doing that and just doing what you do, and just play whatever the fuck I want whenever I want. So
got a stupid suggestion for you.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
You did it.
Basically, say you stream
appreciate the
5
gift.
days. 3 days
no.
Apex, 2 days fun.
Nah, see, I only stream because of all my.
That's the ratio I'm saying, though.
I know, but my stream schedule has always been 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
2 for Apex, 1 for fun.
Consideration?
Maybe.
That way you don't completely burn yourself out, but you still have the time to get good.
I mean, the one day for fun would be D and Dummies.
Mm. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, ultimately, it's your choice. Obviously, your content, your choice. But my best recommendation is don't tie yourself to anything. As a content creator, I see more people gain better as they grow older by accepting a little bit of fluidity.
What, you calling me old, fucker?
You're getting old, bitch! You ain't no spring chicken!
Shut up, you little whippersnappers!
Sorry, Grandpa Oda.
Forgiveness, please.
Good night.
But, no, the thing is, me, I'm doing just Final Fantasy because I think that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And because I'm not dedicated to a game, I'm dedicated to a franchise doing something that I've wanted to do since the PlayStation 1 came out.
And there's the number one thing you need to focus on, what Oda said. Want to do. What do you want to do?
Okay, let me put you this way. You are the worst Apex streamer ever. What do you consider doing? Do you still want to play Apex?
What do you
Or
want?
is it just the fact that you used to be that good is why?
Nah. Not to you. I was saying not to something else. But, seriously, come on. Like Ryan Gosling in The Notebook. What do you want?
I don't know. I'm the most indecisive motherfucker there is.
I mean, but that's what it should boil down to. If you're gonna come back to streaming, or you're gonna do anything in content, base it around whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have enough time to, offer up ideas for, joint stuff to do together.
No,
I
that's
have, 5 different joint ideas. I'm like, I can't do any of those. I don't have the time. And neither does he.
And, Gabriel, if you're still there, definitely a Dreamcast lover here, for sure.
See, I did not like the Dreamcast. I am a Genesis lover.
You bitch.
Sonic is my favorite franchise. I was introduced to it on the Sega
Dreamcast is Sega.
Yes, but I was introduced to Sonic on the Genesis.
But Sonic Adventure.
Why I didn't play Final Fantasy. I owned a Genesis.
I fucking love the Genesis. It's my favorite game system.
You want to know why I owned a Genesis?
Why? Couldn't afford
It
the
was
Nintendo?
cheaper.
It was cheap.
I was gonna say couldn't afford the Nintendo.
And that's actually
I was a very broke motherfucker, okay?
that's actually something that a lot of people don't know nowadays, because that part of the console war history is gone, or has long since passed. It's ancient lore that Sega was the budget brand. Underneath, above Sega was Nintendo. Above that was Sony. Microsoft did not count.
Actually, Sony came out after the Genesis because the PlayStation was originally a project with Sony and Sega.
Yep.
Yep.
And then they broke up.
They bought.
They each went their own way with the same technology.
Isn't that where the Dreamcast came from?
Stupid. Saturn.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Saturn first, and then the Dreamcast.
Sega died due to their own ambition.
Okay, but to be fair, the Dreamcast in itself was groundbreaking, and there are a lot of things that the Dreamcast brought to the gaming world that consoles still use to this day.
The problem with the Sega Saturn and with the Dreamcast was the programming abilities weren't there yet, so they spent so much time developing those games because the tools they developed that are still used, they had to make them.
That's true.
Yeah, they
and it cost them so much money they could make it back.
They fell behind in development too because it took so long to make a game for it.
That's true. I mean, what is it? There's one game that was probably one of their most ambitious fighting games, which was, I believe it's called VR Fighter, which was essentially almost like a Gundam fighting game. It was giant robots beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. I don't think it was VR Fighter, but it was something like that.
Something like that. I forgot exactly what it was called.
So, what was your favorite game for the Genesis, Oda?
The stupidest thing ever. Putting random cartridges in Sonic and Knuckles and playing the 3D maps it made.
Ooh, interesting.
Do you guys remember that ball game?
Yes.
It was so much fun. Like, we would go around and borrow people's games or rent the budget games just to plug them into Sonic and Knuckles so they could play a different version of that game.
Mine is either gonna be the Sonic series, so 1, 2, and Sonic and Knuckles, or
3, then Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, 3, then Sonic and Knuckles. Sorry. My other one is apparently like a super problem child game now because PC culture and shit. But Earthworm Jim.
What did they do to the Earthworm?
What's wrong with Earthworm Jim?
Apparently, it's like super sexist and shit.
Did they not live in the 90s?
I mean, people.
Next, they're gonna tell me Duke Nukem is super sexist.
I mean, Duke Nukem is super sexist, but
I know, but it was kind of the point.
Yeah, I mean, Duke Nukem is a parody, so that's why.
Okay,
yeah.
It's called Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I know. I used to love the cartoon.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So was the comic. I mean, the comic books got really fucking dark, but they were still hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the comics were great. The cartoon was good, but apparently something about the game is just like super sexist now. I don't know. It's
all right, whatever. I mean,
they canceled the game.
We're just not gonna imagine that in Conker's Bad Fur Day didn't come out.
Oh God!
You know what the best part about that is? I have the reboot still.
Nice. That's.
By the way, that game made me laugh so hard and made my mom so angry because I was too old because I bought it myself with my money, so she couldn't tell me not to play the game, but she was so pissed off with me playing that game because she walked in during the poop song.
Oh God.
When you had to fight the giant shit.
I thought you were gonna say she got pissed off because she saw the sunflower.
Oh no. We're not.
She actually thought that was funny. And then there was the giant brass balls. that
Yeah.
you whopped with a frying pan.
That game had
That game was fucking perfect.
it was
That game was an innuendo, and you had to. Yeah.
yeah, it was
I guess my wife's never seen it.
You've never seen you should look up some of the gameplay footage for Conker's Bad Fur Day.
She wouldn't enjoy it.
You wouldn't enjoy it, but you would realize how fucked up the game is.
I mean, shit, the opening scene is him thinking he's getting lucky and he's fucking drunk off his ass.
That is very true.
Yeah,
that is literally the opening scene. He's getting drunk in a bar.
On his wedding day or fucking a date night or something like that. I can't remember what.
Let's go to less. Other N64 games that you guys thought were awesome.
I mean, I played all the Pokemon games on N64.
Jet Force Gemini.
Perfect Dark.
Ooh.
See, I was never a fan of Perfect Dark, but when Perfect Dark Zero came out, I was a huge fan.
Was it because of the
You-
controls?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I will say, I really wish like that. If I could have done in PvP what I did in Perfect Dark 2, I would have had more fun with that game because I was the person that got on the hover cycle and dual wielded the energy blast.
There is a little known game that I met very few people that know which game I'm talking about for the N64. That was the game that I spent the most amount of time on.
What game is that?
It's called Destruction Derby 64.
Destruction Derby 64. You know, I bet you anything my buddy Technical Motorsports would know more about that game. I don't think I know it.
So it is a combination of like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit with Destruction Derby cars, where you can, and it's almost like Burnout, where you can destroy the other racers and shit.
Okay.
Then there's an actual like there's maps in the story and stuff. Not the story. It's kind of like what's the
Twisted Metal
arcade game? The arcade game that you can get in and like you choose a set of races and then it takes you through. It's like USA race something or other.
A circuit?
Don't remember.
It's still in like Dave and Buster's and stuff like that now.
Okay.
You sit in the actual seats and drive the cars.
Is it Burnout Paradise? No.
No. It's.
I guess you didn't hear.
It's not circuit.
No, a group of races is called a circuit.
Yeah, I mean it's the same. It's the same thing.
Let's see. My brother was a dickhead in ATV racers. He would lap ahead so he would slow down and kick us off our ATVs. Dick
ATV
move.
Racers was a fun name. But they actually had destruction derbies in the game, and there were specific cars that had better ratings and stuff like that for damage and speed and all that.
Okay.
Shit.
Could you
So
use like a
you kinda-
monster truck?
Yes, I could. I think you could unlock a monster truck.
Sick.
But these all look like NASCARs, basically.
Okay.
And then you, as you progressed, you unlocked the like cars that you would see on the street, type of thing.
Ready for a really awesome PlayStation game? Twisted Metal.
Which one?
1 and 2.
Ew! Come on, 3 was the best.
Never played it.
Now, did you like 3 because they introduced Darktooth?
No, I like 3 because you could unlock it and play as Minion.
Really? Minion is your favorite one?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Minion or Sweet Tooth.
Okay.
You got a favorite one?
Sweet Tooth is probably the one clown that I'm okay with.
I fucking love Sweet
The
Tooth.
most murder psycho clown is the one you're okay with.
Yes.
Because at least
He literally has hellfire for hair.
But
Yeah,
he's
he's
up.
also
He's
my
up
favorite-
front with it though. He is the embodiment of everything that I'm afraid of clowns about, and he doesn't suppose. It makes it easier to handle.
Run for your life because he's gonna chop you in half and eat you.
He's also my favorite character in the series.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, you need
Oh,
to.
you guys
my
are
God.
you guys are assuming I played that game for the character or the story. I played it because me and my brother had two. It was a 2-player game. Me and my brother spent the entire time blowing the crap out of each other over and over and over, and we both played on random, and it was just fun.
Yeah,
See, I
y'all
love-
y'all had beef.
I loved Minion because he was in a tank. but his special ability was a combination of Warthog and whoever had the homing missile.
I thought that was Sweet Tooth.
No, Sweet Tooth Ultimate was he shot his head off of the.
And it was a homing attack.
Yeah, but it wasn't a missile.
It wasn't a homing attack. It was a straight shot, and then you detonated it.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
Okay, no, because in the version I played, it was actually a rocket that fired off. It was like the smiley face with the fire coming out the back, and it had tracking.
Yeah, they got rid of that, and I think too, because it was too powerful. Because that was a big explosion with the homing ability.
Of course, we like big explosions from the Sweet Tooth.
That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah, so in 2 or in 3, I know for a fact in 3 it was this way. I can't remember for 2, but they changed it to a remote detonation.
Okay.
Oh, would you like to hear what my tactic was that made my brother go, "What is wrong with you?"
What was that?
Sure.
Did you know you can't miss with your guns if you're ramming into people and pushing them?
Yes. And that's why Sweet Tooth is awesome, because he is a big motherfucker to push some people around.
That he's got a decent health pool compared to the rest of the characters.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. the one thing I loved about Twisted Metal is the bigger the car, the more health.
Mm-hmm. It did equate.
Now, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Faji, you need to get a ruler and say, "This is how you measure your dick," not with a video game.
Right. Too many people think video games matter so much that they need to actually find validity in being the best around. It's sad.
So, Oda, I know you wouldn't have experienced this because you never played Twisted Metal 3. Alan, did you ever take the disc for Twisted Metal 3 and put it in a CD player?
Yeah, elk. Yes.
So, Twisted Metal 3, for those of you who don't know, was the first video game where you could take the disc, the actual game disc, and put it into a CD player and listen to the soundtrack for the game as an actual CD. So that was actually my introduction to Rob Zombie and why I like him so much.
Ah, okay.
Because if you remember, the Twisted Metal 3 soundtrack is like 80% White Zombie and Rob Zombie.
Ah, okay. Shit, you're right.
Super Beast, Thunder Kid 65.
Let's see, that game came out in what, 2000?
I don't know.
2004? No.
3?
Yeah,
yeah, okay, so Dracula had, yeah, oh, damn, okay.
Dracula wasn't on it.
No.
Dracula didn't fit the
theme.
But
okay.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
So I keep wanting to do. Have you seen the TikTok trend going around right now? The what video game sound still scars you to this day?
Yeah.
I want to do a Stitch with that, but it's the fucking dog from Duck Hunt laughing.
Oh. Yeah, I know. I wanted to shoot that dog so badly.
Yeah. 2. Would you know what I would do? Do you remember that? So from the Ocarina of Time when Link got it was that one thing would always have when Link would, I forget exactly how, but like he'd get yeeted and you'd have to restart. That sound he had
when he got yeeted off the mountain.
Insert here.
Yeah.
And it made you go all the way back to the beginning. I forget what section it was, but he would always yell the same way when he got hurt as you were a child, Link. That noise.
So the stitches that I have seen with this, the first one I ever saw was like as soon as I saw the "What video game haunts you" sound thing, I was like, dude, I know which one I'm gonna do. And then it cuts to this dude. He's just staring at it thing as you hear the or the fucking sound of Sonic drowning in the water level.
Oh god. Your heart started racing in any of those instances. Like, I need a bubble. I need a bubble. I need a bubble.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then the next one that I saw was a dude who did the PlayStation 3 boot up. You know, the wah, as it goes around and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the sound that it makes when the system is fucked and will not boot.
Oh.
How it switches to the red columns and just makes a god awful fucking sound. He showed the video of it happening.
Oh man, anyone who owned a PS3 knows that.
Or was that 2? That was 2. That was the PlayStation 2.
Was that the 2? Okay.
So, yes, that was the 2. Then the other one, the next one that I saw was just insert Navi sound here.
Hey, listen.
He went through like a whole list of them. Like, hey, listen, or hey, over here, or anything that Navi says from the first couple fucking Zeldas.
I saw a really good one. It was another settlement needs your help.
Oh God.
No. No.
So we know mine, which would be the duck hunt one. Even though I did not actually hear that sound very well, because even at a very young age, I was very good with guns. What about you guys?
I've got 2. The first one is one a lot of people would be very much so. A lot of people would know, which is another hand has touched the beacon.
No.
And the other one?
Well, before you get to the other one, I forgot another one that they did too.
Oh.
It's the sound that your Pokemon make in the first gen when their health is all the way like in the red. The ding 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 ding.
Now I have 3.
You have 3. Nah, the second one is the fucking bees in Highlight.
Fucking bees.
The fucking bees and the goddamn trees.
I remembered where the Link sound is from. It was from the freaking hand.
Oh, the screaming hand, the hands from the temple, the dark temple.
When the hand got you,
Yeah.
the scream he made. The other one is when you had half a heart in any Zelda game.
Oh,
Did it?
I hate that
Did
sound.
it? Did it?
So right there,
Where was it? It's in my brain somewhere. Give me a second.
right there, along with the sound, the heart sound, the sound when you have low health in Star Fox 64.
Ooh.
Now remember, in StarCraft, not enough energy.
Oh, I hate that fucking sound.
You must construct additional pylons.
You must construct additional supply depots.
It's like, fuck.
And you notice you always got hit with that when you're in the middle of a fucking battle.
Right? And you're like,
never before.
It's usually in the midst of a Zerg rush. You're like, fuck.
So you want to hate me?
Well, oh god, please don't tell me.
Good luck.
What?
I played the Zerg.
Fuck you. Okay, but I can't hate you. I can't. You know why? Because I played the Zerg too.
Yep. Mutiling Bane?
I played
Mutil. Like, I actually was playing. It was a 3-on-3 map, and you could tell by the images and the names, and all 3 people were Zerg. I'm like, they're gonna. You 2 are Terran. My 2 friends were Terran. I was Zerg. I'm like, they are going to Zerg rush me. I'm getting 18 Zerglings at my front door. Don't do anything. I'll be fine. They're like, why? Because I'm going to counter cheese with cheese and did the 7 roach rush.
God damn.
I got my roaches to the choke point before they could get there. So between the queen and the roaches, they actually failed. And they kept coming. And then I was like, guys, they aren't doing anything but attacking me. Wait until you each have 50 Marines and stim pack. We steamrolled them.
Oh yeah, of course.
I couldn't help.
Oh,
I had
No.
literally 4 roaches left, but I literally stopped 3 people.
Yeah, and all of your resources are going into keeping that fucking that war
My
farm moving.
economy was crap because I was literally just doing all I was doing is making roaches.
Yeah, you're just playing defense at that point. You can't do anything about it.
but that's also the downfall of the Zerg Rush strategy, is that if they find a way around that, you're kind of fucked because all of your resources went to making that giant rush.
Oh yeah.
Plus, there's actually the fact that literally the hard counter for the 6 pool is a 7 roach rush because you can't make enough Zerglings to kill an equal number of roaches,
Nope.
especially if you're going to their base.
As
Monster
for
underscore random underscore gammon just redeemed notice me senpai.
Hey Bryson, otherwise known as Meliodas, how you doing? But I also do understand, and honestly, that's probably what I would do if I was in real life, right? And I heard in my head, another hand has touched the beacon. I would toss that thing in the ocean and say, "Fuck off, I'm done."
Okay, so if I'm ever DMing, you are getting that affliction.
You suck.
Okay. So,
And I would literally. Okay, no, that's a little wrong. I won't. No. That's funny, but wrong. Should I say it?
okay, so I know just from talking to Alex in between shit, he did have a topic that he wanted to bring up before we ended, and we are at a 40-minute warning.
That's true. And I appreciate you bringing that up, Chef. Yes, there is a topic I did want to talk about, which is what's your favorite book? Because I recently, this weekend, with my family, who are my friends, went to Powell's Bookstore in Portland, which is the world's largest independent bookstore. And it's huge and amazing. Also spent all day walking around there, so I can barely feel my legs. But I was able,
Cardio, motherfucker.
right? But I was able to find one of my favorite books that I lost during a period in my life that I like to call my Ex-Mageddon. And it was a book that I originally thought was written by Salvatore, R.L. Salvatore, who writes a lot of Forgotten Realms series. But I forgot that the Dragonlance series was not done by Salvatore. The Dragonlance was a collaborative effort by 3 different writers, including Douglas Niles, Richard Need, and one other that I forget their name of. And I'll need your face. But I wasn't able to find one of the books that I was looking for, which is known as The Legend of Huma, but I was able to find one of them known as The Dragons, which is done by Douglas Niles. And if you haven't checked it out, sadly it is a book that is out of print, and has been out of print since 2012, I believe. It is an amazing, amazing story. Now, I will lead this off to Oda here and ask him what is his favorite book.
I got 2.
Oh?
Series. The Lord of the Rings was the first book I read because I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one, I actually just looking this up because it's actually it's a common name. It's called the Darkness series, and it is by Harry Turtledove, and it is a magic parody of World War II.
Harry Turtledove. Okay.
And it is like the guy has the best sense of humor ever. The people who were discriminated against were noticeable by blonde hair and blue eyes.
So it's a reverse.
Yep. And it literally, it actually has perfect parodies and perfectly follows an equivalent battles for World War II. But instead of science, there's magic.
Oh, okay. Turtle Dove is a fantastic alternate history writer. Okay. Sometimes I be hating Apex. Hey, Apex be like that sometimes, you know? Now, Chef, what is your favorite books?
Whew. You do realize you're talking to somebody who
Reads a
on hand
lot.
has on hand has over 200 books.
Right, and of
And the collection is still growing.
Okay, so, but amongst those, do you have favorites?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
It is very hard to pick a favorite book. If I had to pick, probably the closest I can get to that answer is Stephen King's It.
All right.
I own 2 copies of it, one in hardback, one in paperback. Now the problem is I just enjoy all of my book series so much. It is hard to pick that. Because like Michael Crichton is one of my favorite authors. Creator of Jurassic Park.
Yep. So I guess
I do not have, which pisses me off because I lost that copy.
Was it a hardback or a paperback?
Hard.
Okay, good to know.
And you know what I can't find now?
Another copy of that.
Yeah.
Well, now I know next time I go to Powell's what to look for.
Now, I do have a bunch of my favorite series in hardback. Oh, give me a second, Oda. I've got the Artemis Fowl series in hardback. I've got the Pendragon series in hardback, which I'm in the process of trying to read. Because a lot of these series that I'm getting in hardback now are continuations from when I was a kid, and I was never able to finish the series.
Okay.
There are 10 books in Pendragon. And these books are like that thick.
Well, yeah, Pendragon is he's been building.
It's not King Arthur's Pendragon.
No, I know.
Okay.
I was actually looking at that series while I was at the store because I was considering getting volumes 1, 2, and 3.
They are amazing books. I definitely suggest if you go back and they have them, get them. And then probably nostalgia-wise, I have all the Harry Potter books. And my hardback editions of 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all first edition.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. My paperback of 1, 2, and 3 are first edition Scholastic editions. Because I got them from the Scholastic book fair. Because, yay, my favorite week of the year when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Oda. I was a nerd.
No. What I was actually thinking is Final Fantasy VII got me into reading. It improved my reading score so much because there's so much text in that game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's an entire novel in a game.
Novel series.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what got me into reading, I still have a lot of the OG Goosebumps books.
Those are awesome!
Those are...
I
okay,
agree.
Did you have any of the Read Your Own Adventure books?
Yes, and I think I still have a few of them in there.
Oh,
I didn't own, I rented from library. Same with the Goosebumps.
But my favorite series, probably, one more thing. My favorite series that I have is the Aragon series.
My wife just bought the series. My wife just bought all 4 of the books at Powell's, so we can both read them.
Ready for random info?
Sure.
Do you know why it's not a trilogy?
No.
Because there's now a 5th book.
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
They released a new book.
Okay, do you know why the 3rd book became the 3rd and 4th book?
No.
He read a book on Japanese sword making and used that as the sword making scene.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
That's actually very badass.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I've got that book too.
But yeah, when it comes to the Aragon series, my wife just bought the two to the last book, and she's gonna order the first book because there wasn't one over at where we went.
Just to answer from what my wife said, I didn't know who Turtle Dove was until last week because I knew the series. I read it 20 years ago, and I actually just now recently looked it back up. I forgot who the name of the guy was, so she's been talking about this author for years, and I didn't know it was the same guy who made the series that I mentioned to her when she was talking about her alternate history stuff.
So the author of the Aragon series released a new book last year in the series.
How?
Murtaugh.
It is
Oh, following him.
Yes. I have not read it yet.
That is such a good idea. I was like, how are you going to continue the main character's story? He completed. Oh, the other guys didn't.
I bought this the week it came out. So I do not know if it's a first edition or not.
I mean,
I sure as hell hope so.
but you gotta take good care of that book like you do with every other book you have.
Yes. Actually, funny story. My first copy of Aragon I have.
Uh-huh.
But it is water damaged to shit.
Oh, damn.
You have no idea how much I am looking forward to cracking into this fucking book.
Oh, yeah, no,
Why do I have a feeling that literally you're going to start that on a Friday and suddenly go, wait a minute, why do I have to go to work on Monday?
I could definitely do that. I used to do it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I finished the 6th or the 7th Harry Potter book, the biggest one. I finished it in 2 days.
Nice.
I will say that I have actually gone to work with 1 hour of sleep because of a book before.
Oh yeah, I've done that too. Plenty of times.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I don't do that with video games, movies, or anything else.
So your wife just said, so I just finished a book called A Forest of Vanity and Valor, and damn fine book. See, my wife right now is currently reading Sarah A. I forgot what her name is, but she's the one that's written the, what is it, Fourth Dawn, these books that are coming out right now, Court of Thorns or whatever. They're very popular right now on TikTok. But my wife is really enjoying that series, and she's busting through these books like nothing. Took her 2 days to go through one book that's like this fucking thick.
I will say that when I was in high school is when I read The Lord of the Rings, and the librarian said, well, I was like, I had to read The Hobbit for summer reading, and I enjoyed it. She's like, here, read this one. 3 days later, I came back, and she's like, what you didn't like it? I was like, no. There's another part of it, right? There's 2 more parts. Can I get both? You can only have these for 2 weeks. Oh, I'm done the first one. You don't like to read. I guess I don't like to read things I don't like.
New books. My sister got me she pissed me off so bad now. She got me a special edition version of the first book, Fourth Wing.
Ah.
It follows a chick who lives in a magical world, and through a series of tests and all this fun shit, and so many dragons per year want to bond with people to become dragon riders and all that fun shit. Yeah, don't ruin it, because what she bonds with is a massive thing in the book.
That's true, right? And I don't want to do any spoilers yet.
Yes.
You reminded me of another book series that I love. That's actually a similar story line to it.
Okay.
You ever read the Theramore series?
No.
Look it up. It is Napoleon combat with dragons.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're super popular. I actually found Vanity and Valor from Instagram, the whole series. They're a fantasy retelling of popular tales. Vanity and Valor is the Robin Hood story with magic. Who's the writer of that series? Because I want to tell my wife about it. She probably would enjoy it.
I would probably enjoy that. But anyway, so she got me the special edition of Fourth Wing.
Mm-hmm.
That is a black book. The outside edges of the pages are black.
Mm-hmm.
And it has extra content that's not in the normal book. Well, this author just released the second book like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I text my sister. I'm like, is there a special edition of the second book? She's like, no. I'm like, fuck. I don't want to not get the special edition to fit
You
go
want
with the first one.
you want a full fucking set. I get it.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you, by the way. You just reminded me of that book series. I wanted to get it out of my brain.
Oh no.
You got. Let me look up and see who wrote that one, because I think you guys would enjoy it.
I'm not sitting here contemplating just cracking this open tonight.
My wife is probably gonna come home and start reading. I don't know what she's probably gonna start reading that one because she, I think, just finished the whole Court of Thorns series.
You should ask her if she has any interest in Fourth Wing.
She already has it.
Oh.
She already has the first and second book.
I am this close to just running and grabbing the second one tomorrow.
I would say
I don't have the money for it.
I mean, wait for next week, then get it?
Well, next week all of this is fucking gone. So I'm over it. I can't take it anymore.
Okay. I get it.
I found it.
Who is the author?
Who is the author? Yes.
Naomi Novik.
Naomi Novik. All right, can you send that to me in a DM so that I can remember it?
Same.
Okay.
No, that's it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
so-
trying to figure out how to get this so I can read, because it's a weird spelling for the name.
Google?
So Mrs. Oda says her series that she was talking about is by A.P. Beswick.
Okay.
There are 8 books so far.
You're on book 2, which is Pirates.
Pirates.
Ooh. My friend would like that.
I was like, oh, who just DM'd me? And then it's like, oh, I know who it is.
It's Oda. Let's see, I'll send Oda the link for the series so I can send it to you. Appreciate it.
Are we gonna have to make a book channel?
I mean, we could just. Remember, Bunch of Goofs is about talking. Like Bunch of Goofs is about talking about whatever the hell we want. Talking about books is one of the fun things. A lot more fun now.
No, I'm talking about in the Discord.
Oh, we might need to. We might need to. That might be a good idea.
I know, right?
Because there's a lot of us who are bookworms. So,
Like, literally, that's all the book series I've read.
so for you, the
I'm
first
ready to-
book series that you remember reading is Lord of the Rings that you wanted to read, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
And I was like,
I was asking Chef.
Yeah, but Oda was getting ready to say something.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, and I was in high school.
Ah.
First one that I wanted to read? I mean, truthfully, like I said, Goosebumps got me into reading. I had to have something to do in the car during the 2.5-hour ride between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis to visit my mom. So, my grandma and grandpa were teachers, so my grandma always had stacks of Goosebumps books in the.
Sorry, I was trying to look up a name for a book, but I can't find it. I can't even remember what the name of the book is.
What happens in it?
Okay, so one second, I gotta fix that real quickly. So I was looking for the book that actually started me into actually wanting to read, and it is a book. It's the book that started my love for dragons, because I just fucking love dragons. But it was literally a book about a kid who came into a store, found a unusual crystal that ended up being a dragon egg, and they got essentially almost like in Gremlins was given instructions on how to take care of it. And eventually, like they had to take care of this baby dragon, and things that they would have to do would involve keeping the pieces of the dragon shell, as well as gathering teeth and nails that would drop off as the dragon would grow, eventually leading to this dragon going back to where it came from, and the boy having to separate from this dragon.
I know this series. I read that. Oh my god.
What is the name of it?
I have no idea. This is the first time I thought about it in decades.
Damn it.
I'm leaving Discord chat, coming right back.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the book that got me into reading and made me love reading. Because I've read that.
Hey, there's Alan's face.
Yeah. But that was, interestingly, one of the first novels I actually started reading. And I read that in, like, elementary school. Is it a boy who grew dragons, or... No. It wasn't either one. So this boy didn't know what he originally had. He just went...
Those are titles of books.
Oh. No. It might be The Boy Who Grew Dragons. That might be it. Dragon Slave? No, definitely not. Kind of sounds like a erotica book, honestly.
But yeah, so Goosebumps got me into reading. My first series that I wanted to read was Artemis Fowl.
Ooh, okay.
You know, before I forgot and we switched back into dragons.
Artemis Fowl. That was a good series.
I love that series. He did a continuation of it.
Did he?
Yeah, it's not just Artemis Fowl. The last 2 books in the series are actually him trying to keep his twin brothers in check.
And Bryson, yes, it is a children's book. It's a children's novel. But yeah.
But yeah, it's called, the last 2 books are called The Fowl Twins.
The Fowl Twins.
Yeah, and then the second one's The Fowl Twins something or other.
So is it a direct continuation off of the story where it ends? Or is it like...
Mm-hmm.
Oh... Okay.
Yeah, because if I remember right, in book 4, maybe book 5,
Doing good.
he resets everything so that that way his mother is fine and his dad comes back and all that fun shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up, when he comes back from the time jump that he did all that in, he's got 2 twin brothers.
So he fucked with time and found out.
Uh-huh.
So
But he fucked with time and made it better for his family.
Oh, okay. Does he have to? Not to reveal too much in the book because I want to read. I want to actually read the books. Does it start to end up being kind of fucky because he changed shit? Bryson, you might not be able to DM me on Twitch because I have it set to people who are my friends only. You can always come into the Discord and do it that way, or I don't know.
Yeah, Discord and the image chat would probably be the best.
Yeah.
Yes and no. There's a time in the book series where he actually gets magic from the fairies because of said timey-wimey bullshit. But like little things here and there start getting all fucky, but for the most part, like he when he comes back, you know, he's got the twin brothers and his dad's trying to turn the business legitimate, which is what he wasn't trying to do when he disappeared.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
But
I definitely need to check it out because the Artemis Fowl series has been something that I've been interested in, but I don't think I ever finished all the books.
it's a very they're very fast reads, which is what I like about it.
I know another good story. Ender's Game.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wait. The full series or the side shoot
The
series?
full series.
So are we?
I stopped like 1 or 2 books from the end because I had to return the book and I gotta get back to it.
Well, I mean, are we talking about Ender Saga, Shadow Saga, or Bean Saga?
Well, Shadow Saga is part of Ender Saga.
That's true, but they separated the Shadow Saga has its own 3 books that they kind of separated from Ender Saga.
No, this is just the Ender.
Okay, so you read or you didn't read the last 2 books? I'm guessing.
Okay, you guys read it both, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've read.
Okay. The world government was planning to come and wipe them out because they taught the little pygmy people information.
Okay, so Speaker of the Dead was the last one you read.
Yes, that's Speaker of the Dead.
No, I think it was the one just after that one.
Xenocide?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Xenocide's the.
I know I read Xenocide. Speaker of the Dead, I think, was actually... Yeah, but no, I read it as they had figured it out because the AI got pissy. They also found... It also had the thing with the people who were... the girl who traces lines as a nervous tick. And that's... And she's, like, figured everything out. And then you also had... like, the forest almost got burned down and the bugs had to come in to save the day.
Yeah, all those events happened in the Speaker of the Dead.
Yeah, that's all Speaker.
Yeah, and that was probably the last one I read then.
Yeah, because Xenocide is when essentially the Second Formic War starts.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Eventually I'm going to get that book series again.
Oh, dude, I've been looking for hardback copies of those books for so long.
Oh man. I told my wife I love the series. I was considering getting the box set that they had that had all of Ender's Saga except for um the last four books, Wake in War, and the two Formic War books.
I did not realize this was going to be that much reading now.
It's yeah, the Ender Saga grew. Like he stopped writing the Ender Saga in 2018. That's when the last
Yep.
book came out.
Oh my god. Also, I will say,
Did not do it justice in the movie.
No, they did
I
not.
do have one disadvantage over Chef.
Hmm.
I can't read in the car. Even if I'm a passenger, I get sick.
Oh, you get motion sickness?
I have to be looking out the window.
Makes sense. I
I
told
mean, at
Kind
this
of when I
point,
drive.
at this point, I have to be driving, so I get you.
Yeah, you can't really read while you drive. You can listen to audiobooks though.
I don't like that as much.
No, I
like the
cannot
voices with it.
listen.
Do you not like audiobooks? Do they kind of fuck with you?
No. When I'm listening to an audiobook, I envision what's going on in my head.
Mm. What about you, Chef?
You-
Why can't you do audiobooks?
I don't like the voices. I like the voices and shit that I come up with in my own head.
Okay.
Yes, I'm crazy. We know.
It's okay. It's okay. And I appreciate you
I
doing
actually
that,
have-
Bryson.
There are some that are done well, some that are not done well.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just have it done well in my head. And it's the exact same reason why I like physical versus
Ebooks?
versus digital. Yeah.
You want to be able
Like,
to
I'll do
hold it.
ebooks, well, yeah, I mean, granted, this is an obsession for me. Like the amount, my whole Bryson, you have to introduce yourself in the intro thing to unlock everything.
That way I can give you...
Uh,
1 second.
but you know, what was I saying? Oh, like having the physical books is an obsession for me. My overall goal is twofold. I want one of those old-fashioned libraries in my house.
I see.
And then the other side of it, I want to have enough books to be considered a library by the United States. According to the government, the minimum requirement is 1,000 books.
1,000? To have your space legally declared,
A library.
Huh. Okay. I did not know that was a thing.
Chef, I'm probably going to have something similar like that eventually in my house, and it has nothing to do with me. Let's just say there are reasons why Belle is my wife's favorite Disney princess.
Yeah, I can see it.
She wants the Beast library.
Yeah, me too. But I want the floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. I want the two easy chairs in there with the desk with another chair and stuff like that. The ladder that goes all the way around.
I am actually all hail me dealing with metrology.
And
That's the science of measurement. I can just see the climate control system Chef puts in so his books all stay properly safe and secure.
Yes.
also, Bryson, I did make sure that both you and Okana have permission so that you guys can see everything now that you are in this server. Appreciate y'all joining the Discord too.
But yeah, no, I mean, physical books are a thing for me. Ebooks, I can't stand.
No, I get it. Trust me. I'm very much so similar when it comes to reading novels. I need a actual book to read. I'm just different when it comes to like comic books and graphic novels because seeing it on my computer is a little bit easier for me than reading it, which is weird.
Nah.
Am I the only person that a big blob of white with black script trying to read it hurts?
No, there's plenty of people like that too. Yeah,
Like,
Bryson, you
actually
might need to
looking at it hurts.
reset your Discord, but I gave you the members permission, so should be able to see everything.
I'm confused. What you talking about, Willis?
The black and white contrast hurts your eyes? Is that what you're saying?
Well, is it
No, the bright white
from like an ebook?
from watching your ebook or your or actually mainly from like a tablet or my computer screen.
Yeah, I mean, most of my stuff's all in night mode because of it.
Yeah. I either have that.
Unfortunately,
There's also a blue
Yeah.
light filter you can download in an app that might make it much easier on your eyes.
Oh, it's actually just the brightness of it because of the fact that I have blue eyes.
Oh,
Like, I can't go outside without sunglasses.
I see. That sucks.
I can't.
I'm
I
sorry.
got blue eyes too.
It's too bright.
I got blue eyes too. Trust me, I know.
Oh, what's really sad is half the eye doctors I've dealt with look at me like I'm crazy when I say I have light sensitivity because of my blue eyes.
You would think they would know that.
You would
Yeah.
think. People are trying to disprove it, truthfully.
Why?
Actually, I can very easily prove it to you. Just look what football players do.
Yeah.
It's the exact same idea. The big black splotches under their eyes pull the light away from their eyes and make it easier to see.
So what you're saying is that you should just walk around with camo paint all the time.
I never want to be
Eye black.
I never want to be confused with a football player. I think I'd rather just shoot myself. Dude, you do you. My brother destroyed any love of football in my soul. Like, he absorbed all of the love of football and left nothing but a hollow void of hatred.
You know, if I,
You don't give that to him.
with your hat, what? Chef played football. Give him a break.
I know. I don't have a problem with people that play football. I don't have a problem with people that like football. I don't.
I'm not a big fan of it anymore. Like, I don't voluntarily go and sit down and watch football. I'd rather sit down and watch a fucking, national championship for Smite or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If there's a game on and I'm at a family function, I'll sit down and watch it with everybody.
Exactly.
And I know enough of the rules. Thank you, so psycho brother. Where I know what's going on. They're like, you hate football. How do you know what's going on? There's a reason I hate football, and it's not lack of knowledge.
Well, it's just like the episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon's sitting there with one of the girls' dads or whatever, and he's just all, yeah, and he's like, "Why did they do that?" And then he just starts spouting off all this football knowledge because his dad was a football coach.
Mm-hmm. And
Like, how did you know that?
he even helped his dad with football stuff until he got in trouble.
Yes.
And then he couldn't help his Mima anymore. Gamble.
Young Sheldon is a thing.
I like young Sheldon.
I'm on season 4.
Oh,
Nope.
if you guys ever want to have your brains implode, have my wife start talking to you about hockey.
Hey, I'm a huge hockey fan.
You two can literally do a podcast together, and you would probably have an entire series in one conversation.
Tampa Bay Lightning for the win.
The Columbus Blue Jackets, thank you very much.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you guys
Sports
meant
ball.
Oh, no, you didn't. It's not our fault you like Tampon Bay.
Hey, it's okay. Steven Stamkos can lead into another fucking Stanley Cup
Oh my god.
if we can,
By the way, that wasn't from me, that was from the wife.
I figured.
And the thing is, like, I actually like the AHL.
Okay.
We have one close to me, and they have so much fun.
There's a minor league hockey team here in Jacksonville. There was one back home. There was one back in Indianapolis. There was one in Fort Wayne where I was born. There's one in Alaska when I was living in Anchorage.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Oh shit. Alrighty then, everybody. This is a good time to end it. kind of snuck up on me, but either way,
Now,
this
now
was...
that we're talking about sports, it's a good time to end it.
Right? Yeah. Either way, this was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate you, Chef and Oda, for being part of the Goofs and making this first episode an awesome episode to start actually, working on editing and to be available on Spotify and YouTube once I'm done editing it. Well, everybody, that's the end of today's episode of Bunch of Goofs. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, let's say thank you to our cast, Asian Fasha Gamer, Audacia, and Hey, I'm Chef. Thank you so much, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.